Well, we talked about earlier about your legal issue with the guy that you were on video with, man. So with your accountant, I believe, can you kind of take me through that story and what happened?
Yeah, that's what he was a tax preparer in the tax preparer's office. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't no accountant. He was doing he did some funny stuff. He did some funny stuff with my taxes and stuff. So I felt, you a street nigga, I'm a street nigga, you played, now it's my turn. Let me go ahead on and relieve you of your situation. Let me get that. And we could go ahead on and go to war in the street, but nah, he won't call cops. So then I had to go on the run. And then...
So you go into his office, right? I seen the video, and you guys are kind of talking at first.
Yeah, because I had two options right then. All right, so right before I go in there, see, I don't want to incriminate myself. Can they still fuck with me? Like, the case is dismissed. Can they? Right?
I don't think so.
It's totally dismissed. Right? What it is, like, I just felt like the nigga owe me, you know what I'm saying? And he been shooing me, nonchalanting me for like a couple weeks. And I'm telling him, I'm like, listen, you got to pick up my phone calls because I feel like you robbing me, bro. And I'm going to tell you, it's not going to end well, So, he ain't listen. And it was Friday the 13th, April Friday the 13th. Tax season is now over. Still gave you 13 days, you know what I'm saying, to get me my shit. And I still didn't give me my shit. So, he wears that chain a lot and, I had to have that. So he didn't have it on. He had it on before we walked in there. When I walked in there, it wasn't on. So when my homie walked in there, it was on. Hey, he got it on. I walk in there, it's not on no more. That's why you see when I grab him and I look, like, where's that? If you look, like, I open his shirt, because I'm like, where's that? And because I know it's in here. And that's when he reach over. Before he reach over, slap him. And he reach over and you see he reach up under something and pull the chain out. He didn't take it off his chain, off his shit. You see what I'm saying? Because he knew he f***ed up. He knew you did some f***ed up shit. So why is you even taking your shit off? Why is you even on high alert when a nigga walk through? You know what I'm saying? When a nigga come through, every time I come through, it was plenty of times I say, hey, he got that, he'll be around the homies and shit. Hey, he got the chain on? Yeah, he got a chain on. I'll pull up an hour later, 30 minutes later. I'll let know, hey, I'm finna pull up. I'll be around there. Y'all around there? Yeah, I'm finna pull up. I'm finna go get some gas. I'll be around there. I'll pull up. He ain't got the chain on. And this is 2-3 times already. I'm like, why are you doing that? Why are you taking your chain off when I come around if you don't owe me no money? Be for real. If you don't owe me no money, why every time I come around you taking your chain off? And it's Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Or Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays. One of those, I can't remember because, when you're laying on something, that everything's, when that mother get it cleaned, I know everything about that chain. And because I wanted the watch and chain and bracelet and everything. And I came back for it too, an hour later, and it was a thing, pistols and stuff. And long story short, it was crazy, bro.
So he goes to the cops, and you go on the run.
Yeah, and I go on the run to Atlanta, and then that's when I did Bible on the Dash. That's when I did Bible on the Dash. What you call it? What's that other one? The Kendrick Lamar record, Cartoons and Cereal. The A$AP Rocky record that was on his album. I did a whole bunch of mixtapes. I did that verse from Power Circle and shot my little piece of the video when I was on the run. That's when I worked my hardest because I felt like I wasn't coming home, so I'm gonna give y'all as much content as I could, from blogs, fishing vlogs, boar hunting vlogs, like, you know what I'm saying? I'll try to do as much content to leave my with because I knew I wasn't coming back home. So I did a lot of videos, a lot of mixtapes. Yeah.
And now you finally turn yourself in, and what happens?
I sit for like 3.5 months with no bond. And then at my bond, the bond hearing that I finally got, they told me 150,000, and so I bonded out, and I was on house arrest for I think like 4 months, 3-4 months till trial, and the whole time he's like cooperating, and I'm like, this nigga. So the day finally gets here where it's time to, we're gonna see if he's gonna come to court. He didn't come to court. And turns out, maybe a year or two later, feds came, arrested him for tax fraud and all the fraud he was doing at that tax preparing office. And he ended up going up to Atlanta and basically working and getting motherfuckers locked up and all kind of shit. And that's what I'm hearing, so.
How much time were you facing?
PBL, they were trying to hit me with life, but I would have probably like did 10, man.
Damn.
Yeah, I say PBL. I was like, what the fuck is a PBL? I said, punishable by what, life? Stop. Get the fuck out of here, man. I was tripping. I was like, you're not serious, bro. Who the fuck is finna do life for slapping this puss-ass nigga that stole from me? You dead wrong, bro. You dead ass wrong. See, that's the thing. That's the thing with me, man. I'm not a bully, dog. I'm not no bully. I'm not finna be, hey, man. And I'm not finna rob. And then the thing is, I always promise myself I would never rob for anything other than drugs, for dope. I only rob for dope. I went on a rampage for like a couple years one time when I was young, and I just went ballistic. And I was just robbing everybody, dog. Like I had a death wish type shit, right? I'm talking about dummy bricks and everything, right? With God bless the dead, my homie Peasy, right? He was already one of those, and I was just right with him, you know what I'm saying, at one point. And, you know what I'm saying? And they killed them, God bless the dead, they killed them. But that was a wake-up call for me to like, boy, you got to chill. You know what I'm saying? This is real. You can bully all you want, but it's gonna catch up to you one way or another. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the type that I read the signs and shit like that. And you know what I mean? I really just, I paid my price a few times. You know what I'm saying? For all the shit I did, I think. And I think my karmic debt is at zero balance right now. You see, now I think my beacon, my karmic beacon is peaking. So, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, That's why when you fuck with me, it's like, are you ready? And are you fully prepared to wake me up out of my sleep and bother me? Because I won't sleep until you are totally, now I'm fighting a different war. I don't fight with these no more. I don't fight with these no more. I got a smart ass PhD in criminology wife that knows the law. I'm not no rat, no snitch. I'm not finna prosecute nobody because that DJ Envy thinks she can actually go for criminal charges for him falsifying a federal investigation on a national platform. That's a first degree felony. She wants to do it. I'm like, she's like, you got to take the stand too. I ain't doing shit. We're not prosecuting that man then. There ain't no jail shit. I'm not doing none of that. But the fact that she knows the law, where she knows how to get somebody that would probably get me first, the same way I can adapt to all warfare now. I never knew. I was always the one, like we just talked for 10 minutes about, the one getting the cops called on. Me. They're always calling the cops on me. Call them on me, 911, this nigga here, point them out. Always, 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 always. Now, you know, or suing me, sue. And then now it's like, okay, she feels passionately about our family and the same amount of intense love for our little family that we just made. The same way I feel. I want to go physical, but she knows a way where she gets lawyers involved, and next thing you know, shit is, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. She's smart. Hey, what you want me to do? She's smart. But now, you know, any kind of warfare, you know, it's all bases are covered now. So now I feel confident. Now I feel complete. Now I don't feel like I'll be the victim, anymore. You know what I'm saying? As far as legally, you know what I'm saying? Taken advantage of, and even with contracts and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's not gonna let nobody, because a lot of up shit, contracts and shit from back in the day and shit that I did, like, she won't let me do that anymore type shit. Like, she's, you know what I mean? She's making sure anything I do is gonna benefit me and the family regardless. Cause me, I don't care. I don't really care anymore, really. Like, I just be doing my thing. I like to live life. I'm planning my fishing trip on my birthday right now. Like, that's my big thing right now that I'm worried about. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about the envies and the comments, and she's the one bugging out. She needs therapy. I might need a little anger therapy because of it, but you know what I'm saying? Other than that,
it's always a little, you know, the first time you see all these negative comments, it's kind of like a shock, man. You know, I kind of went through it the first time I got killed online. You know, it was you know, but once you go through it a few times, man, it doesn't even matter no more.
Yo, since I did once I did that bumper coke in Colombia and Medellin, and the cops was right behind me, I've been persecuted from that day on. That was the first time I'm like, that was made. I'm talking about World Star. I'm talking about, at the time, Media Takeout. All of that shit. Remember back in the day? Oh man, nigga was plastered on that shit. Gunplay does coke. Then, oh, your career's over. You're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. How many years later, dog?
You know? It didn't mean nothing.
Nothing. That's when you realize, but you can't tell a country girl that. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell her that, dog. You can't, she's going through it. So, you know, I don't care, dog. You know, I'm just ready to go fishing and hunting again. You know what I'm saying? Because the baby just now, it was all schedules hectic, and we had a lot. So now I'm finally getting back into my mojo, man. So I'm ready to go have some fun. You know what I'm saying?
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.